Michele are podcast's most interesting and loving couple. Join them every week as this radio personality and this author come together to let you into their lives.
Hi, honey.
Hi, honey.
Wow. We're back.
We are.
After 2 months being away from doing the podcast, we are back and ready to go.
Yeah. I mean, it was a really crazy 2 months because it wasn't like we weren't working. We still were doing Venom. And so that was busy. And
Venom,
then you started a new job.
I started a new job, and then I picked up another radio show at nights doing country radio now.
Yeah, I mean, we live busy lives now. And then we got married. We went on our honeymoon, and we came home, and we had COVID. And that was crazy.
Yeah, we got COVID after we came back from our honeymoon.
Yeah, that was crazy.
And it was bananas. And then Rufus was sick because he got kennel call from his puppy hotel.
Yeah. And now we're back with new games. We have a new game show called That's My Jam. And you guys are going to hear it on this episode. So I'm really excited about that. Our friends Joseph and Therese came to hang out with us. We actually played it on Clubhouse. We had the game idea. We wanted to see how it would go. So we played it on Clubhouse, and your friend Greg won.
Yeah, Greg did win the first one. And going forward, whenever we do some of these on Clubhouse, there'll be prizes.
Yeah.
So you could be winning some prizes for playing games with us. Of course, helping us get the word out there that we do a love and relationships podcast. So it's an exchange for an exchange, right? We would love for you to help us get some listeners, and we would love for you to win some prizes.
Yeah. We have a new game show coming up called Who's Your Musical Match that we're going to be telling you more about. But that's going to be, we're going to try our hand at playing Cupid. So you guys are going to find out more about that. And we are going to get caught up on For the Love of Lyrics. We know you guys had a really good time with that. And we've got some friends who have been waiting in the wings to play for a while. So there's a lot of new stuff headed your way in the summer months.
For this episode, you'll hear a Forever or Fail that is bananas.
A Fatal Attraction that involves a car.
Yep, and then we'll also do questions from this book that you found.
Yeah, the book is called Questions for Terrible People. 250 questions for terrible people. And it's got some hypotheticals in there and some would you rather type questions that are insane. So,
yep, and you'll hear Teresa and Joseph join us for that. But first, it's going to be That's My Jam, so you can get an idea of what our game show sounds like. And then you'll hear some a Forever or Fail story. We'll do the Fatal Attraction, and then, of course, the question right at the end there, okay?
All right, sounds good.
All right, thank you so much for listening. We are back at it, and make sure you check your podcast feeds. If you subscribe, anywhere you listen to podcasts, hit the follow or subscribe button, and we would love to show up in your feed whenever we drop a new episode. You can find us in Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and any of those other paid ones. You can find us in Pocket Cast, you can find us in Downcast, you can find us in anything. But if you don't listen to podcasts in podcast apps, then we are also on YouTube. Okay, so make sure you find us there. Just search It Goes Down in the DM. Here is That's My Jam. It's time for That's My Jam, honey. Today we have Therese. Hi, Therese.
Hi.
And we have my boy Joseph.
What's up, Dan?
Thank you so much for being here, bro. All right, so here's what we're doing. We're playing That's My Jam. This is how the game works. We're going to give you a clip of a song. Once the clip is over, you have 5 seconds on the clock to give a song title or artist. Either one will work.
Also, if you give us both, we will ask you, are you choosing title or artist? And you'll have to tell us, I'm going with the title or I'm going with the artist. And then you'll get either a ding if you're right or a buzzer if you're wrong. If you are wrong, your opponent has an opportunity to steal. And
once they have an opportunity to steal, the 5-second timer is going to go off again, and that person has time to steal your turn if you didn't know the answer, okay?
Joseph, you chose the correct number when we had to choose a number between 1 and 22. So you will be going first. Are you ready for your first song?
I am.
Joseph, this is your first song.
I believe the title is Drink.
All right.
Therese,
you have a chance to steal.
Ooh, I don't know. I don't know that one.
Oh, my goodness.
honey, would you like to give them the song title and artist?
That is Chris Brown, Yeah, 3 Times. Therese, here's your first song for round 1.
You're a take back home, 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 girl. Home, 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 girl.
I'm going to say Take Back Home Girl.
That is correct.
Oh, it is correct. Okay. That is correct.
that
Dan
is
got his sounds mixed up.
That's the name of the song. It is Take Back Home Girl featuring Tori Kelly by
Chris Lane.
Thank you. Joseph, you still have time to catch up. Here's round 2. Joseph, are you ready for your second song?
I am. Let's do it. Put a ring on it.
Ooh. Therese,
Therese.
would you like to steal?
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Give her a timer, baby.
Single
Here is your-
ladies.
Okay.
All
she
right,
said,
she got it before the timer.
I mixed my stuff up
Now,
there.
I want to say something here, and this is something for the future that we have to really think about. Put a ring on it is a subtitle in parentheses. So that probably could have worked.
We'll give it to you both.
All right, so
but
Therese has 2.
what we'll do in the future, and we'll say this again since this is the first time we're playing this on the air, going forward, it has to be the exact song title or the artist. So, Joseph, if you knew it was Beyonce, you could have just said, I'm going to say artist Beyonce. And then we would have accepted that. So
Yeah,
we'll give it
you
to
would've-
you both,
We'll give it to you both just because of the discrepancy there.
which gives Therese 2,
2, Joseph 1.
Therese, are you ready for your second song?
Yes.
Therese, here is your second song.
Someone help me, it's not healthy.
Oh, God. Oh, I don't know.
What do you guys
I don't
listen
know
to?
that one.
Joseph.
All right,
I
Joseph,
know the song,
do you
but-
want to steal?
I will try.
All right,
I'm
and
gonna-
here's your
I'm
5-second
gonna-
timer.
Artist Brianna?
No. Yeah, it's artist Rihanna, no B,
Rihanna.
and the song is SOS.
Therese,
I was not.
you have 2. Joseph, you have 1. Joseph, are you ready for your song 3?
I am, ready or not. Here we go.
Joseph, here is your third song.
Little did I know.
Artist Taylor Swift?
You got it. All right.
I didn't know he was going to get it.
I
Right
don't
now,
like new country, but unfortunately I know that.
Joseph is in the lead.
Oh, no, it's tied up.
No, he's in the lead.
Yeah.
Oh, he is.
3-2.
3-2.
We're not. I was thinking 2 points, unfortunately. So Joseph has is 2 because they're only getting 1 point per song. Therese, here's your third song.
Follow you until you love me.
Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga is correct.
Ooh,
Now-
it's
now
tied up at
we're
the end
tied
of
up.
round 3.
Actually, and no. So now Therese is ahead 3-2.
Okay, and we're going into round 4.
And we're going into round 4. I'm sorry, that was my fault.
All right. Thank you for taking the responsibility.
You're not going crazy. All right, here we go.
Not today, at least. Joseph, are you ready for your 4th song?
I am.
Joseph, here is your 4th song.
Oh, if that's what it takes to learn that sweetheart.
Artist Thomas Rhett?
All right, Therese,
Would you like to steal?
would you like to steal?
No,
All right.
I don't know. I don't remember
That
that.
is-
10,000 hours.
Dan and Shay.
Dan and
That's
Shay.
right.
So we're still on round 4. We're
You
still
guys are doing horrible.
3-2. That's
Yes,
false.
we are today.
That's
yeah.
Today
that's
is not my
it's
day.
the pressure. It's the it's the timer. It gets me too. Therese, are you ready for your 4th song?
I'm ready.
Therese, here's your 4th song.
Stop watching. My neck is fuzzy.
Ariana Grande.
Ariana Grande is correct.
Correct.
We're at 4-2 in round 5. Joseph, good luck. I don't know what to tell you.
I think I'm pretty much doomed, but I'll try.
Well, hey, you never know what can happen. Joseph,
That's
are you
right.
ready for your 5th song?
I am. I got a lot to win back.
Joseph, here's your 5th song.
Why you looking at me like I ain't give you no
Is that Ariana Grande? Artist Ariana Grande?
Therese, would you like to steal?
No, because I don't remember that one. I don't remember the name of it.
Honey, would
It's
you
so
like
good.
to tell them?
That is Chloe Bailey and Have Mercy.
All right.
Yes, I would have never gotten that.
Have faith.
Therese,
Yes.
here is your 5th and final song.
This where my head is. I feel resentment from every direction.
What's poppin'?
Oh my God.
Thank you, freaking TikTok.
Oh,
Yeah,
TikTok
literally.
saved the day.
TikTok's good for something, y'all.
That
hear
puts
that?
Therese at 4.
No, 5.
Is it 5?
That puts her at 5
That puts her at 5.
Yeah.
with
puts her at
Joseph
5.
at 2.
Wow.
Therese, you are the first official winner for
Of
the first
That's my jam.
That's My Jam. We are going to have a form on our social media for anybody who wants to play That's My Jam. It will also have the information so that you guys can sign up for Who's Your Musical Match and For the Love of Lyrics.
Hi, honey.
Hi, honey.
All right, so you've got an incredible Forever or Fail, and I figured for our first episode back, before we actually do this consistently and are good about it,
Yeah.
that we give them a spicy Forever or Fail.
Oh, yeah, and this one is straight off the spice rack, let me tell you.
Let's do it.
So, a 24-year-old Redditor posted, and she wanted to know if she was the asshole for telling her future brother-in-law, and I quote, "I wouldn't sleep with you if my life depended on it."
So what happened? What's the backstory?
Okay, so the backstory is that this 24-year-old woman is engaged to a man named Jax, who has a younger brother named Jacob.
Okay.
Now, throughout the relationship, she met Jax while she was in college, and during college, she openly says that she slept around, and that Jax and Jacob both knew her history. And during different family gatherings and group outings, Jacob likes to joke with this poster about her past sexual history. And, people have often told him, like, stop posting about it or stop talking about it because it makes her uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And he never does. Like, he still continues to do the same thing. Well, recently, everyone got together because they were having a birthday dinner for Jacob at a restaurant. So they all gathered and congregated at this restaurant, and Jacob is drinking. And he says, according to this post, "I'm surprised you didn't try to sleep with me when we were in college."
Yikes.
And she says, "I was a little drunk and annoyed, and that's when I finally said I wouldn't sleep with you if my life depended on it." Now, she says that her fiance and others in attendance, told him that he had gone too far and to cut it out. But my question for you is, do you think this relationship will survive? Because at what point do you stop and say, hey, Jax, you guys are telling Jacob all the time that I don't like this. I'm telling him I don't like this, and he's still doing it. Like, what are you going to do about your brother? So before I tell you what I think, what do you think, honey? Do you think that they're going to last forever or that they will fail?
This is going to fail. It's going to fail. Once somebody doesn't have respect enough for you, like the fact that he doesn't respect her as his brother's, the brother that's that's talking crap.
Yeah.
Like the fact that he doesn't regard her as his brother's girl and not he doesn't acknowledge her as his brother's girl, but acknowledges her as like the hoe from college. It'll never change.
Yeah.
And if you don't stand up to your brother, like the fact is, he has no respect for his relationship in at all, because he's not trying to stop his brother from saying that stuff and letting him know, like, you either respect us as a couple and respect her, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or I cut ties with you if he cares about her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How long have they been together? Does it say?
It doesn't say how long they've been together. It just says that she's 24 and they met in college.
Yeah.
So, I mean, even if they've only been together a couple of years, or even if they've only been together for 6 months, he knew her history. She was honest about her history. The way that I feel about it is this. You all know I talk frequently about my ex, and there was a time when he tried very hard to get back together with me. And at that time, I was still in my heartbreak stage. Like, I'm not going to say I didn't consider it, because I definitely did. But the thing that pushed me over the edge, and the thing that made me know I could never have a future with him, was that his mom disrespected me at a funeral. And his justification for that was, I talked to my mom about it, and she told me she was sorry and it wouldn't happen again if we get back together. So that's saying that she might not immediately start disrespecting me again, but
there's a possibility that
she's
eventually
gonna disrespect me, because she always has, and she's always been able to get away with it.
And you never stopped. You never did anything to
You
stop
never
it.
did anything about it. I feel like, and we say this all the time, your relationship with my family is important, and how they treat you as my partner is important. Like, even if you weren't best friends, even if you and my mom
if somebody didn't like me.
Yeah,
if
it's
somebody
a
in your
respect
family
thing.
didn't like me, it's like, it's a respect thing.
And it's a respect thing for me, because you're he's disrespecting his brother every time he talks about her. Like
Exactly.
Probably your brother doesn't want to be reminded about her sexcapades.
And especially
crazy.
not from college. Like, college, that's you're supposed to have fun.
Yeah.
You're supposed to go wild. You're supposed to be free. If you're not in a relationship and you're tied down, who the hell says that you're not supposed to have sex with whoever you want?
I mean, at college,
Just protect yourself. That's it. But the fact is, like, college, the fact that he's bringing up college, and that's why I originally said my first point to all of this was, he's not respecting his view towards that lady now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's not respecting that.
Honestly, I think it's, at the end of the day, coming from a place of jealousy. And that jealousy came out in a little bit too much truth when he was drinking. Like, obviously, it's probably going to come out that Jacob tried to make a pass at her before she ever got with Jax, and she probably brushed it off. Or maybe, he sounds like the type that probably made a pass at her while she was with Jax, and she probably turned him down. And he felt like because she was freer with her body, then she give her body to him, and now he's just being bitter.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
They're gonna fail.
That's freaking gross.
Yeah.
Let us know what you think about this week's Forever or Fail. We always love to hear your thoughts. Down in the DM pod across all social media platforms. You can find us on Facebook, and of course, be on the lookout for our forms to join us in some of our game shows.
Stay with us.
It's time for Fatal Attraction. Oh, I love this.
I love this too. And honey, today you have a fatal attraction straight out of Indianapolis.
Right where my baby is from.
And where you live now.
I don't claim this place. I'm here.
I don't claim this place. I'm here. All right, Therese and Joseph, are you ready to hear about a 26-year-old woman who did what, honey?
So, an Indianapolis woman is behind bars after police say she intentionally drove over a man and killed him in the parking lot of a North Side pub. Detectives with the Indianapolis Metropolitan Police Department have confirmed the death was domestic related, and domestic violence awareness advocates say that they hope that the case sends a simple message to anyone involved in an unhealthy relationship. And that's honestly why we started this podcast, right? We wanted to really talk about having a healthy relationship and what that looks like for you.
Right.
So they should have listened to our podcast.
I mean, maybe she only listened to Fatal Attraction.
I understand. Okay, that's probably very true. We've had some brutal ones.
Yeah.
IMPD was called just after midnight Friday to the parking lot outside Tilly's Pub on 82nd Street, where emergency crews found a 26-year-old man dead underneath a car. The man, later identified as Andre Smith, leaves behind a young child and a grieving family. Court records show that the suspect, 26-year-old Galen Morris, told witnesses that she believed Smith was cheating on her with another woman and tracked him to the pub using GPS. But once there, she ran over him 3 times in the parking lot before being arrested for murder. We don't want to continue to be on the news talking about death when it could have been prevented, said Indy Champions director Daniette Smith, the director of Indy's Domestic Violence Prevention Program. While domestic violence calls to IMPD over the first few months of 2022 have gone down compared to the end of 2021, there has been one noticeable increase. I am noticing there are more calls coming to IMPD from males in reference to females being the suspects. Honey, you had a great question the other day.
Yeah, so what I'll say first before I ask my question is part of the reason I'm really glad that we're talking about this is because very often we focus on, men and how they kill their women because it can get crazy how men dispose of women. But we don't often get to discuss how women dispose of men and what that looks like and the shame that it brings on men to even
To say something.
say like my girl is abusive, or to recognize that sometimes what women do or tracking your phone to a pub is it's a lot. Now
Yeah.
I'll say that leads me into my thing, and what I want to know about the situation, because it's not clear to me, is why did she run him over? Like, when she tracked him to the pub, was she enraged because that's when she got confirmation that he was cheating? Like, did she see him at the pub with
another
the
girl? Because that's not clear. And when you said that, I was like, wow, that's so real.
Like,
You're so right.
And then, because everyone's saying like it's murder, but if I saw you with another girl and I got enraged, then what that actually is voluntary manslaughter. So before I start calling Galen a murderer, she just might be a manslaughterer.
Slaughterist.
Slaughterist. And I don't want to slander her good name.
Absolutely. Galen Morris right there, 26 years old. She saw him and she got upset.
Joseph, as a man, were you raised to recognize what abuse looks like when it's coming from a woman? Was that a conversation that you had? I know you have a good relationship with your dad. Is that a conversation you had with your dad or your mom about what does abuse look like when it's coming from a woman?
We have had that before.
I love that.
I definitely want to say where I sit on this, and I truly feel like abuse is abuse is abuse. I have a great relationship with my mom, and she told me never to take from anybody. So for me, it's truly a thing of like, my life is always going to be more important than your rage. I will never combat with your rage if it means I'm going to lose my life. You're not worth it. Like, nobody's worth it. I don't care how in love you might be.
No.
If you're around dudes who might make you feel a type of way because of you as a man are reporting that type of thing, I truly feel like you should get better friends. You know what I'm saying?
Agree.
I don't think that you should have friends that are telling you should be in danger because you need to be a man and man up. So.
And the last thing I'll even
Suck it
say
up,
about
yeah.
this is that I don't agree with the world we live in with tracking. Like, I share my location with my husband because that's something that we've discussed, and it's something that makes me feel safe. But what she did, the fact that she violated his trust by using her access to his location to track where he's going all the time.
Yeah.
Like, we need to stop allowing that to be normalized. We need, like, the fact that we live in a world where it's, oh, we're in a relationship now. I need you to share your location. Give me all your passwords. Give me access to your social media, your bank account, your mom's maiden name. Stop doing that, because this is how we end up. We end up in a situation where she felt like she was entitled, like it was her right as his girlfriend
To know
where he was and to confront him, because maybe that's not where he was supposed to be, and that's what makes that dangerous.
All right, well, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us on Fatal Attraction. This story will be posted up on our social media. Go ahead and share it because it is nuts out here. We have our friends Therese and Joseph in today, and
Hello.
they are going to be answering some questions from this book from a comedian who put out a book that has 250 questions for a terrible person.
Yeah, so the book is by Wes Hazard. It is a free Kindle Unlimited read if you guys want to go check it out and do this with your friends. Otherwise, go buy the book. It's a great time.
So here's some fun questions for you guys to answer and trade off and give your best answer, okay? Go ahead, honey. What's the
So-
first question?
All right.
I'm going to have everyone take turns answering these. And for this question, Therese, I will start with you. You get to send a fortune cookie length message to yourself from 10 years ago. What does it say? Bonus points for rhyming.
You're
Wow.
I like it.
Yeah, that's.
I mean, clear and concise.
Yeah.
That's what.
Good luck.
All right, Joseph. If you had the opportunity to send yourself a fortune cookie length message from 10 years ago,
Well, no, you're sending
You're sending it to yourself.
To yourself
Right.
from 10 years ago. So your future self is sending it to your past self. What does your message say?
Okay. I'm gonna go with you're a dumbass because I've
Oh.
done some dumb shit.
oh, he's a dumbass apparently.
Well,
He said
Dude,
it,
I
not
used to
me.
be more stupid than I am now. Okay.
Oh wow,
like,
that's shocking.
Man, like that says that you never learn.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
like I would be ashamed of myself.
I
like,
used
this
to
is-
be.
This question kind of surrounds like that whole idea that if you woke up in the last 10 years and the last 10 years of your life was a dream, you know what I'm saying? What would you do differently?
Right.
And I love this kind of question. So my answer to this would be take every opportunity. It would be take every opportunity. Because there was a lot
Absolutely.
of situations I didn't like take that I should have, you know what I'm saying? That I should have really
Right.
jumped on.
So, my message to myself 10 years ago would be feel the pain and gain.
I love that.
I like that.
Me too.
Here we are doing the 250 questions for a terrible person. Some fun questions from this free Kindle Unlimited book that you can get if you have a Kindle subscription. And the book is, of course, available. It's written by a comedian. We are taking questions, and, honey, you're asking them to the room, and we are going to answer them.
All right, I have another really good one. Joseph, I will start with you this time. The question is,
Okay.
be honest. What is the most that you could reasonably charge someone for sex with you?
Oh. Charge someone. I love these questions because it makes you think about stuff that you wouldn't ordinarily.
Now, really, get in there and assess your fair market value. Like,
How much work are you putting in during your bedroom play, and is it worth a high price?
Are you a high value man?
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Rest in peace. Rest in peace, Kevin Samuels.
Oh, I forgot he died.
All right.
All right, Joseph.
Joseph,
what
think
you
about
got?
your
I'm
answer.
gonna have to say,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to say this isn't very reasonable. Well, it's reasonable to me. It might not be reasonable to other people though. So I'm gonna go with you. Gonna have to pay me about 80 grand, especially if
To
I don't
sleep
want to
with
do
you.
it with you to start with.
To sleep with you.
Like,
Don't sound
to
so
sleep.
disgusting.
I know
mean-
that sounded crazy.
No, to have sex
It
with.
did.
It says have sex
Okay.
with.
Okay.
He's charging
Okay.
80
No, I like
grand.
that. 80
Dan had
grand.
said to sleep and
No,
so
no.
No,
Have sex.
have sex. All right.
All right, Therese, how much you charging?
If I have to put a dollar amount on it, about $1,000.
$1,000 is a good price.
That's reasonable.
That's a reasonable price.
Yeah, I don't think.
I don't want to.
Like-
So if I have to put effort into something,
You're gonna pay
you
me
gotta
some
fucking give
money.
me something for
Yeah,
it.
you gotta pay me some
me something
cash.
for it.
Absolutely.
Joseph, that white privilege messed him up, man.
It's like having a boat changed my life.
He said, my grandparents got a pool.
Oh, I'm going swimming.
Honey,
Not only are you having sex with me, but it's in a mansion.
honey, how much are you charging?
You know what? I have different fees. See, I think you got to break it down for work. You know what I'm saying? Like for tax reasons. You got to break it down. So like, you know, my exploration with the strongest muscle in my body. That's a good 500 right there off top. You know what I'm saying? And then you're going for the full experience. Full experience, that's gonna be 1,000. So I think if we break it down, you know what I'm saying? I think it's pretty reasonable.
Okay.
If I got to charge, yeah, I'm putting a value on it, 1,000%.
Okay. Very good. So
Chicks want to kill me. You know, my best friend always says, I don't know what you do to these girls, but they want to tie you to a bathtub, to handcuff you to a bathtub.
Okay, that's for a different episode.
Wait, but I gotta know. Is it an old person's bathtub?
She's at the handicap board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These guys are sturdy, man. They tell you that you never leave.
Never leave. Might as well call it a cell.
Is it one of them walk-in
Ah.
So I'm charging reasonable price for sex with me. I'm charging $2,500.
Yeah.
And here's how, this is why it's reasonable. First of all, I need 1,000 up top because I'm married. So like that's just the incentive of if you got to pay for it, I need to make sure it's an investment. Like $1,000 retrospect doesn't get you very far. So you gotta pay $1,000 for me, but then I have to have a separate $1,000 for my husband for the apology that we got to a point financially where I had to pay for sex, and then I need the $500 for the clinic visit for after
Yikes.
you pay me for sex, because if you're at a point in life where you're paying for pussy, you have a problem. So my reasonable amount for sex with me is $2,500.
Either that, or you could put that $2,500 down to get Dan his pool.
All right, thank you.
No, that's what I
for
make her.
answering.
All right, we gotta get out of here.